Thomas, 14 clean sheets is the place to start. You must be delighted with that, but you're always demanding more.
Well, we have already had this conversation before, haven't we? I am delighted, but I think it could have been more. To be fair, well, we are where we are, and 20 is the target now, which means actually, well, 50% of the games we've got left. So, what I say is 20 plus. That's
You,
the target.
you've said this before, Thomas, that these clean sheets, they're the foundation, and actually for where we are now in the table.
Oh, it's not just our case. I think it's every team and actually every sport. Like I mean, ice hockey, for example. That if you wanna achieve something, you just need a goalkeeper you can rely on. Well, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to sell myself, but well, clean sheets are always very welcome, like a thing. And yeah, if we get if we can get like even more clean sheets, as more as we can, I think that's how to say that's the first step towards to League One. To be fair.
So when you look at a game like last Saturday, where you know, and there's no two ways about this, you know that that save at 0-0 was so important to what went on to be the end result. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, actually, it boosts my confidence because well, I don't want to like be too much criticized to myself, but to be fair, I haven't made like a many tough saves, but that means even I'm delighted or I'm glad even more that I made this one, even as clumsy as it looked or whatever. But well, it could have gone in. To be fair, if he hit it wider or whatever, but he didn't. I made the save, kept it 0-0, which still gave us like a big opportunity to like a stay level. Then we had like a clear head to score 1, 2 goals. Well, me personally, it gave me confidence that I finally made a save, a tough save. So that is.
It really was, Thomas. I mean, you're calling it clumsy. I think I'm going to disagree because Lloyd, when he took that ball down, nobody expected the
No.
next touch to be a shot. You weren't set.
Well, yeah.
You're actually moving back to try and get set, and you've got to react. That is one hell of a save.
Yeah, that was actually the first thing I said in changing room. I was like, oh well, I didn't expect that kind of touch to be fair, it was actually pure touch. It was very clean and with no preparation, he just hit the target. So well, all I expected was the ball was going to bounce. Hunty put the body between the ball and the player, and I just take it in the box. Well, nothing from this happened. So he took this touch and just from the seconds as he hit the target. So yeah, he made it kind of unexpected for maybe for all of us. I said it in changing to Jess. He said, yeah, well, nobody expected it, to be fair. So great save as well. So yeah, I'm glad I reached that ball with my hand and just skipped it out. That's it.
Sometimes you have the privilege of being the first player to be able to turn around to the fans at full time, home and away, depending which goal you're in. What's that like? Because these fans are really loving you and what the team are doing at the moment.
These fans are incredible, to be fair. Well, you know what? I think we are where we are also because of them. Because I said that I don't know how many times before. Because without fans, it's not the same. It's not football. And the teams. I think none of the team would play their best without fans behind the back. To be fair, and yeah, well, I enjoy that. To be fair, it's always good. Well, they've got passion for this club, don't they? No, you said it before. Here up north, they are one of the best fans. Well, I have to agree.
And they really do get behind the lads. What's that like? You know,
Oh,
coming out the tunnel before kick-off and you see a wall of fans at away games. You hear the roar at Brunton Park. What does it
yeah.
mean to the group?
Well, we are second-ish, third, depends how Stevenage will play their game. Well, we are second now, and I think it speaks for itself. As I said, I think, yeah, we are there because of the hard work we put in, but also with the funds we've got like behind our back. Well, look at some of the away games as well. Loads of them, like I felt like, yeah, we are home. Well, they're like a home fans, with all respect, but that's the fact. Loads of the games, I felt like home. Like, yeah, we own this place right now, because our fans were just incredible. And at home, it feels amazing, to be fair. And well, even if something goes wrong, which can happen, it's just alive, it's football. They still got our backs. They just don't turn against us. They just try to encourage us even more to turn that result around. So, well, in case even if that Saturday attempt went in, we will be 1-0 down. They will push us even further. To be fair, I believe that. I believe they would. So we would turn the game around anyway, but without clean sheets, so it would be like less sad.
You mentioned that things happen in football. How do you, if a mistake happens with the defence or a goalkeeper, it tends to end in a goal. How do you deal with it, Thomas, when you think to yourself, maybe I could have done better there?
Well, that's all I can say. I could have done better, but the damage is done already. So, well, all you can do is uh, look forward and, well, keep trying to as best as you can. Well, first thing when you mentioned it was like a Warsaw thing. Well, it was 88 minutes. Well, nothing really else you can do because there is no much time left. But yeah, it might happen, and it's well, when it happens, it's too late to like digging it in even deeper and deeper. All you can do is just the the reaction you can put in. So well, I used to be like this, like a head down and just body language horrible. Just saying, what's wrong with the keeper? Just sub him. It's even better. Just. Yeah, I used to be like that when I was 20, 19, 20. But now it's about reaction to say, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We just, when you go fishing, you need to get a bite as well. Just give him a bite, and now it's score 2, 3 goals, turn it around. It's gonna be even better. But that's all about the reaction, yeah. And then you can talk about it after the game, not during the game, obviously. After the game, sometimes just mistakes happens because we are just people. It's football. It happens when you look at the highest level. It happens even in highest level because we are just human beings. Aren't we?
I mean, there haven't been many, Thomas. I didn't want to sound negative there, but where does that mental strength come from? Because you can see it. You mean all this. You're not just saying it.
Yeah, well, I'm not kidding anymore, am I? And well, it's probably when I started to see my mental coach. She turned my head around completely, because I kind of remember that moment when it like a turned around. Before I started seeing her, I was exactly like this. I remember exact moment. It was like a friendly game in Sparta Prague. Just simply strike on the goal from, I don't know, just somewhere behind the goalkeeper area, behind the box, and it just went through my hands. I don't even know if it ended up in a goal. I don't think it did, but it was just this situation, and I was like a head down. I was like, I literally wanted everybody to feel sorry for me. I was, and yeah, all I got was exact opposite reaction. Like, what was wrong with him? We don't need like a baby in the goal and blah blah blah. And that was the moment. And then then I reached this woman, and she just showed me like a different angle of view, different angle, like how to look at the situation, to look at the world. To be fair, and yeah, she showed me like what's important, like a body language, and well, she taught me loads of stuff, and also because I met other people during my career, like goalkeeper coaches, they talk to me, and yeah, I just put all these puzzles together, and I actually, and I also grew up, so I start thinking about things as well. Sometimes I try to look at myself from someone else's perspective. I said, what's wrong with me? I can't act like this. It's not good. So yeah, body language, just to give signals because well, it's psychology game, isn't it? Every sport is about the head, about how you play it psychologically. And when you go down 1-0 and you send signal to your opponents, yeah, right, this all you can do right now in here, and now you are screwed. So I actually feel sorry for you because now we are coming for you, even from behind. Well, you should look around your shoulders, your defenders, because Gibo, Alfie, Jama, Dao, they're all after you now, and yeah, that makes a huge difference because you get in the heads and everything.
Absolutely fascinating. Is it the same here with this group, Thomas? Because you seem like really close. So, not just you. If something goes wrong for somebody else, are you all there for each other?
What do you mean?
You all, if something goes wrong for anybody
yeah.
in the squad, are you all there to back each other up and to lift each other up?
Yeah, no, definitely, and it's not just me. I think we've got loads of like intelligent players, and well, I'm not just saying because, as I said, just trying to put like a good look at me, but even Gaffer, because I think sometimes as he talked, and also he set up us with Mark as well. Like he says he's not a psychology coach, but like a performance coach or something. So I think he's got loads of experience with psychology as well. So he talks to us and other players. As I said, we've got loads of intelligent players. So they talk to each other, they lift each other up. Yeah, well, my responsibility is Gabe. Sometimes maybe, but Mick is a very intelligent guy as well. So yeah, we try to encourage Gabe because I was in this age. I was where he's now, like a third choice in first team. It wasn't sometimes easy. Well, to be fair, I wish I had someone around me like Gabe's got us. To be fair, because yeah, we're trying to get the best out of him. We try to talk to him every day. If we see something he might work on or something. So yeah, definitely I don't keep this for myself only. I'm just well, sometimes I am selfish, but not in this, because I know it's pretty important thing in sport.
You mentioned the word confidence earlier, Thomas. If you don't mind me saying, the last month or so, this size, you've really used it. You're coming out, you're imposing yourself, catching every cross. What's happened? What was it that made you decide, right, this is going to be a real part of my game now?
I'll tell you what happened. Well, first of all, it should be absolutely natural for me. But yeah, I have to admit, it wasn't before in every game, which is kind of not embarrassing, but kind of shame that I didn't use this like a size of me in this kind of situations. But what happened was Mansfield game, when we conceded first two goals from two crosses. Was Tuesday, wasn't it? So Wednesday we didn't train. So yeah, Thursday, first thing when I walked in the building, Gaffer called me in his office. He talked to me. It was kind of how you call it, positive criticism. And well, if you saw Michael Jordan's documentary, he said, well, I took it personally.
Wow.
So yeah, well, because now he wasn't criticize me, he wasn't absolutely negative to me. He was all positive to me. He was all positive, but as I said, positive criticism. And if I'm honest, this is the guy I don't want to let down. I just don't. Not just him, my guys in changing room, and people around the stadium. But well, if I'm honest, this guy, Gaffer, this is not the guy I wanna let down. So I tried to change and still working on it, and I will get way better in this part of the game, of my game.
This is a player who's played so many games. You've got so much experience. It shows that you still have something to learn all the time.
And I always will. I think this process never ends. As I said, when you look at the highest level, when you look at Premier League, Champions League, even World Cup, mistakes happen. Mistakes happen, and I think learning process never ends. Never ends. When we have meetings, and Gaffer talks, sometimes he said, "Yeah, all right, I made mistake. I have to learn." And how experienced is the guy? But he admit he also makes mistakes, and he said, "Yeah, I will learn from it." We all do. I think that's just natural.
We're going to have to do this again soon because I've got so much to ask. But I'm going to finish off on the group now, Thomas, because
I still got time.
I know. We've got John from the paper wants to talk to you as well. So this group, Thomas, with no wild predictions, what can it do? Can it achieve what it wants to achieve this season?
We are coming after later now. That's all we do. Yeah. Well, there's a saying, the last step is the hardest one. You know. So we've got 12 games to go, and the next stop is Swindon, and we have to go game by game. That's all we have to do, just game by game. Now we have a whole week to get ready for Swindon. That's another stop. We can't think, well, it's not gonna get done itself. So we've got 12 games to go. I don't know. It means 7 weeks. I don't know, 7-8 weeks of hard work. We have to sacrifice whatever it takes, and as I said, yeah. Now we coming after Leighton. That's it. They will sleep. We still have them at home. Oh, away. We still have away, and yeah. Well, first of all, we're coming after Leighton as a group, and I'm coming after Leighton goalkeeper in on personal note.
Thomas, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.